JW.org, the Golden Calf. Hi, everybody. I've been just burning up on the inside for the past few days. I've been seeing videos from several people out there talking about the new campaign Watchtower has. To be kind, there are people out pushing JW.org, and I read on one of the Facebook pages about a gang of 8 witnesses that went into a Starbucks and just kind of lambasted everybody, put a tract on everybody's table, and then ran out without even having the decency to buy a cup of coffee. And little kid raising his arm, I think, and shouting JW.org, and then leaving. I'm pretty sure in most municipalities that's kind of an actionable offense. It may fall under the purview of disturbing the peace law, but they don't care about that kind of thing. They just have to do what the Watchtower tells them, regardless of what it costs them. This new idea of branding themselves with this logo, blue box with white lettering, JW.org. They condemn tattooing, and they condemn all other kinds of branding. I can remember in the 80s, I used to be a tough guy. I was in good shape, and I used to run around a lot. I used to lift weights. I used to do aerobic exercises. I used to, all kinds of, I was a very physical guy. And when Reeboks came on the market, I went and decided I wanted to try them out, and I was scolded by an elder when he saw me at the park one day with my Reeboks on, because there was a little UK Union Jack on as a logo, the British flag as a logo on the shoes, and I was scolded over that. It was a form of idolatry. I'm carrying their brand. I'm doing no different than a U.S. soldier does by putting or a postman or whoever with the U.S. flag on their shoulder, like a shoulder patch. Back then the shoes were pretty expensive, at least for my budget anyway, and so I kept them. I just didn't give a hoot, But later on, when my kids were seen at a congregation football game a few years ago, I had bought my kids, well, my older boy, he bought his own Nikes, and I bought Nikes for my youngest boy. And they were scolded for having Nikes, because Nike was a Greek goddess, I think. And even having the logo was tantamount to idolatry. And I remember my youngest boy, this has been a few years ago now, he's 22 now. I think he was 14 or 15, something like that. And they were invited to a congregation football game. And he wore his Stewie Griffin shirt, and it had this picture of Stewie holding in his hand the globe, and it says, "The world is mine," And he was just running around the football field, and one of the brothers who used to be an elder, very judgmental, walked up to him, and he said, "The world is not yours. The world belongs to Jehovah." And my son, smartass that he is, he goes, "The world is mine! It's mine! It's all mine!" Thought that was pretty hysterical when I heard about it. Excuse me. Um, and then he got kind of picked on by that older man, saying that it was idolatrous to wear a T-shirt with a logo on it or with a picture on it of any kind. And now I see pictures of young JWs um, with JW.org T-shirts. I'm seeing JW.org plastered on the sides of charter buses heading to conventions, is my guess. Um, I think the big reason for this campaign, they've had some pretty big changes in recent months, in the past year or so. Um, faithful and discreet slave, the filthful and disgraceful slave bugger, as somebody said in one of the forums a long time ago, is now only the governing body when it used to be all anointed Christians. And so that's a pretty big change. 1914, the generation that will by no means pass away before the end comes, has passed away. And the end hasn't come. You know, people are probably grumbling in their homes at least, and maybe in Kingdom Halls. And I think this whole idea of this campaign of pushing JW.org is to keep people busy. It's the golden calf. Uh, get their mind off everything else. I mean, that's what they used to do back in the day when people started getting restless about something or other. The government would generally start a forest fire and get everybody working out there shoulder to shoulder, putting the fire out, and they pretty much forget about whatever they were grumbling about, you know. And I think that's what this thing could be. You know, they've got this new golden calf that they're trying to get promoted, and they've got this right on the heels of two big doctrinal changes. So I think that's probably one of the reasons for this push. It'll probably happen again in another couple of months. They'll push it again once the grumblings start again. It reminds me too that the hypocrisy uh, of the idea of this logo. I mean, they really piss and moan about tattooing oneself and um, putting your support behind a brand like Nike, or like getting your hair cut with a little buzz on it with a little Nike mark on your hair. You can't do that. Um, I remember when I was in a congregation in Roseville, California, there was some Bethelite had come. Uh, he was visiting from Bethel, his family or something, and he was granted all kinds of privileges, and one of the things they wanted him to do was give a public talk. And he had a little watchtower lapel pin. Looked like it was solid gold, or at least gold plated, and it was in the shape of a watchtower. And I thought, that's interesting. You know, I can't wear my Reebok shoes, or my kids can't wear Nike athletic shoes because of the logo deal, but this guy can brand himself with a watchtower, which is actually quite an occult symbol in itself. So anyway, I thought I'd talk about that, throw a little rant that way. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll talk at you soon. Bye-bye.